Hi again, I'm Stephen Cronin. Thanks again for joining me and for your support, very much appreciated. Today we've got it's like an evening riverside scene with our little man there fishing, trying his luck in the water. So we've got some nice sort of orangey glow going on, reflected in the water below. Before I show you how I painted that, let's have a look at the materials that I've used. So I've got the usual palette. If I just turn it the right way around, we've got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber and light red. They're all Cotman watercolours, and the brushes got the large one, Ranson hake, and then most of the rest of it done with a number 3 rigger, and then I just have a little tiny 01 for birds and figures. Right then, let's just slap a bit of water on to kick it off, and then I'm going to go with a little bit of raw sienna, lemon yellow, light red, and yellow, raw sienna, a bit more yellow, a bit more red. What we got now? Let's clean the brush and take a bit of blue, a bit of alizarin as well, only a little bit of blue, whack some of that up the top. Just caught a bit of that lemon yellow by mistake then, but it doesn't matter. Alizarin, more blue. Right then, all those corner bits in. I'm just going to reflect some of that sky into the water below. Just brushing it in from the sides. Stick out a few little clouds with a tissue. This is just some kitchen roll I got lying around. Adds a bit of texture as well up there. Right, now on some distant lands, I'm just using pretty much all those sky colours. I haven't cleaned the brush yet. So the land's going to start somewhere up there and it's working its way down, and I'm pulling down some reflections at the same time. Then I'm going to go into this yellow, a bit of Payne's grey in there as well, a bit of greenery up there, pushing out and pulling into that little cloud area, pulling down some reflections at the same time while I've got the colour on the brush. Let's just go into some red, a bit of blue, Payne's grey in there, pull that over there, I'm trying to keep that quite small, trying to create a sort of nice grand scale. And moving over to the other side, I'll just start off with a bit of red, a bit of more sienna, pull that across. Just leave a little gap where the water can get through. Some of that down on there as well, I think. Bit of brown, bit of raw sienna, all that across. Somewhere up there, I think. That's cutting across there. Now up here we've got some big trees, so I've just touched the corner of the hairs just to loosen all the panes up. I'm getting a bit of brown, a bit of blue, and I'm just going to pop in a few little trees. So we're doing something like that. Reflections are coming down at the same time. There's another one up there like that. Slightly thinner one. This one's putting straight across. Switch to the rigger brush. Now I'm putting a whole load of twigs and branches and things growing down there. A few more trees on this other side. Big one up there, got the reflection in at the same time. I hope you can hear me above the din of the rain, it's just bouncing off the roof. Right then. Let's just pull this tight against the board. Now I want to I want this to stand out. Obviously this is a lot closer. I realised as I was doing it, I realised I got the scale completely wrong, so these are a lot closer now than that land behind. And also it's going to be a lot darker. I'll bring this bit of land dots its way out. Can't resist. You can do it left-handed because I want the light to be catching on this side. I can't do it as well left-handed, but because I want the light coming like this, just looks as if it's catching the right-hand side of these rocks. Ain't so well I'm not keen on. Right, get a bit of land in for this side as well. A few little rocks in there. Nice little flick up. Nice little reeds and grasses and things, pull down the reflections. Into some things hanging on the trees. Right, now I think I need a fisherman in this scene, so I'll give it a quick dry. to the rigger brush. Yeah. So if I go something like got some hint of a reflection there. If I just take the smallest brush I got, little number size 0, and I'm going to stick little birds up there, and I'm going to call that one finished, I think. I'm going to take a little bit of red, stick my name down in the corner, and I'm going to call that one finished. So let's stick a mount on that and see what it looks like. Here's our finished painting and its mounts. If we have a closer look, so in the sky we had a bit of light red, bit of raw sienna, a little bit of lemon yellow in there as well, before switching to the more ultramarine, alizarin crimson. You can see what I've took out, little bits of cloud using the tissue, just about see it there. Then use the same colours to do first out that sort of violety purpley background of trees, and then a bit more lemon yellow down to the closer ones coming down to the sort of on the far banks there of the water, pulling the reflections at the same time. So once we've got into the foreground section, I've gone pretty dark in tone, just to contrast against the sort of lighter background. Got a little fisherman there, trying his luck out on the riverside. Then we've got use the hake, pop in these big trees, bit of rigger work there, a little bit of corner of the hake, just suggest a little bit of foliage there. All that reflected in the water down below. On the other side, scratched a few stones, painted over where I thought I'd overdone it. And then a combination of hake and rigger, very loose trees, just whacked in, and then again the reflections down below in the water. And then just use the hake brush and just flicked up, just to create an impression of these little reeds and grasses by the water's edge, just little flicks to do the job. And finally our little birds there flying overhead. So that's it for that one. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks as always for watching and for your support. Very much appreciated as always. Keep practicing. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll see you again soon.